I think it chooses you. It becomes you. It's just something that comes naturally to me. I feel the most connected to painting. I think there's just something very deep, and I have that emotional connection to my work, and that's the best way I can communicate that, is just with painting. I don't necessarily know what it is until maybe a couple of months later. Even if I have a piece and I'll just leave it up there and I'll look at it a few times and, you know, I'll think about it and I'll come back to it and it's like, oh, okay, I get what this is. The story of the painting evolves and it becomes a million pages of one book. It becomes such a lonely process, so I think a lot of these characters are alone. And you could just see in the paintings, they're sitting by themselves, they're just thinking too much, you know, and they're all just wondering, what is it, what is going on? So I think for them, it becomes more mental than physical. Each and every one of us has like something about us that we're not certain about, you know, that we are not sure about, and that has, you know, made us who we are. But you sort of just question yourself, like, why am I this person? So lockdown has been a very difficult time for a lot of us. So I use that opportunity to do something, you know, to distract me from the reality of the world. I think when we all were trying to figure out what Corona is, we sort of found ourselves panicking and just in distress, and just, you know, our minds were going crazy, and a lot of us with, you know, mental health issues, we try to distract ourselves from that. So after midnight was exactly the time where I would just illustrate and just get off the internet and, you know, just, you know, get into my own little world. And I came up with these different characters, but they all sort of connect to the Simpsons of Nothing paintings. I think they all sort of have that same connection to that. Trying to figure out who you are. It's basically about hypochondria and just figuring out the different aspects of your body, of your, you know, your physical state, and, you know, connecting that to a situation or a trauma, or, you know, so trying to connect the dots to that. And it really is like a journey of self-discovery, not to sound cliche, but yeah. In terms of African art in general, I think it's always been there. It's incredible that everyone's paying attention to it now and seeing so many incredible African artists. And I think social media plays a big role in that. I think some people are like extremely introverted, so they prefer to just do like a whole DMs thing where they'll ask me what my work is about, and then I'll just tell them. And I think seeing it in person is a different experience than seeing it online. Obviously, you get to see how the size of the actual work and the details, and you get to take a closer look, and you're more engaged in the work. It's not just a picture anymore, it's real life. I've been going back to my old work because I really like some of the pieces I did with Secret Home Worlds. And I used enamel with that, and just like the textures and how that sort of build up and the details in the work. And when I do something like this, it just feels like I know where I'm going with it. And even though I didn't really sketch it out and think about the details and the proportions, and because those things are very important when you're doing certain types of drawings. And I just like to just leave everything to the next shape, to the next figure, to the next, you know, form. I don't like to overthink it, because I feel like that's when I'm most creative.